Hey guys, CoGa here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about which character I think you should be using your tier 3 selector on that you'll be getting at the end of this month. If you don't know anything about this, please click the link to my previous video to learn about what's happening. So as I said in my previous video, only certain characters can be selected using the tier 3 selector. From that I'm going to help you narrow down who you should choose based on type. Remember, characters are more powerful depending on the uniform you have equipped. So let's start with the combat characters. The combat characters you can select using the selector are Captain America and Black Panther. Personally, I have Black Panther tier 3, but that's when he first got tier 3 and I was naive and I thought he'd be good. However, that being said, Captain America is the more powerful combat tier 3, so he's the person you should tier 3. If you do tier 3 him, you've got to make sure that you have the Hydra uniform, which makes him a blast character, or the endgame uniform, because they're his most powerful uniforms. Let's move on to speed characters. So the speed characters you can select are Ant-Man, Winter Soldier and Spider-Man. Straight away I would say don't use on Ant-Man, he's the worst of the tier 3s. That leaves Winter Soldier and Spider-Man. If you're someone who does timeline battles, I would recommend tier 3ing Spider-Man, as his web abilities really help in timeline battles, especially his tier 3 skill. If you're more looking for someone to do giant boss raids or world bosses, I'd choose Winter Soldier, as his basic skills do a lot of damage and he's probably the better speed character for that. Now on to blast characters, which are Iron Man, Cyclops and Sharon Rogers, Captain America. Sharon Rogers is definitely the most powerful and the character you should tier 3 above any other character that's over anyone. Out of the 10, Sharon Rogers definitely. However, if that's not for you, then you should tier 3 Cyclops if you've got his Phoenix 5 uniform. Cyclops kind of sucks with his standard uniform, so make sure you have that Phoenix 5. And then lastly is Iron Man. Iron Man tier 3 isn't too bad regarding that you've got the endgame uniform. Any other uniform, he kind of sucks. Finally onto the universal characters, which are Captain Marvel and Thor. Definitely out of these two characters I would choose Captain Marvel, especially equipped with her endgame or her Captain Marvel movie uniform. Captain Marvel is one of the more powerful non-natural tier 2 characters in the game, and if you're thinking of getting a universal character, get her. Thor's alright, but has lost his power due to newer characters gaining tier 3. So yeah, that's all the characters I would recommend tier 3ing based on their type. Overall, the straightaway person, if you haven't got a tier 3, Sharon Rogers, Captain America. She's the most powerful character on this list who has tier 3. However, that being said, if you've got a character and you've got them to level 17, you've got their equipment up, their gear up to level 25, there's no point using this selector on them, because this selector will get any character regardless of their rank and get them straight up to tier 3. So if you've already worked on a character, keep on working on them, keep on getting those cosmic cube fragments and use this on someone else. As this is a selector, I assume that you can choose any of the 10 characters at any rank and instantly rank them to tier 3. You won't actually have to get them to level 70 with level 25 gear like you would with a tier 2 advancement ticket. So something else to note is if you do use this selector on a character you've already have tier 3, then you will get biometrics for that character. Netmarble haven't said how many biometrics you will get, but I can guess either 256 or maybe if we're lucky 512. This amount of biometrics for a tier 3 selector definitely isn't worth it. You may as well rank up a character to tier 3 even if it is Black Panther or Ant-Man. So that's the list. That's who I recommend tier 3ing based on type and based on who you haven't worked on. I wanted to keep this video fairly short as I could ramble on about why you should select each character for hours. So this is kind of a more straight to the point suggestion video. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure you click that like button and maybe I'll start making a bit more regular Future Fight content. Thanks again and bye.